Welcome to High Oracle's Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And some of you wanted to know, how do I choose my clients? Well, one of the ways is when I'm speaking to a client on a consultation and I can feel the negative energy, the entity starts to attack me either before or after, I'm in touch with the client, then that entity is trying to put me under a blockage where they do not want me to cleanse this person. So that's one of the main reasons that I would cleanse that person anyway, because we have this type of entity, and you'll have this type of blockages where you will have people in business that do the same thing. And this is what, I have been experiencing, that when they want to suppress you, or, when you are experiencing delay, then there are certain things that will happen that will let you know that you're actually dealing with a spirit that has been dispatched to this business, to this person. And so therefore, that's how I choose whether I'm going to recommend or use this business or use this person or not. So you can necessarily feel that still air, that stillness, when you're around an entity or a person that has an attachment. When you're talking to a person with an attachment, usually, they're going to, say that they don't have a lot, or, this is when you're dealing with that spirit of delay. A lot of the women, they like to play around with the spirit of delay, where, they think that they're going to get something for free, and they will try to delay, anything, telling the truth. They will try to suppress the truth, and like I say, I like to let people make it so that, so that they've wasted their time. Okay. So, when this is how I choose my cases. I choose my cases because, I can always feel when I'm under attack. This is what makes it so expensive for Reiki. And like I say, that's why I try to make it reasonable by going online. But in reality, then you will have those entities that attack the spiritual healer. And so I have to be able to cleanse that negative energy when that spirit has tried to jump on me and create, a tiredness. Every hour I'm feeling more and more tired than usual. Then I know that spirit has been dispatched to me. It has, body jumped from that person, and it is attacking me because it doesn't want me to help this person. It wants to remain with its host. And so when you have these types of attacks, then you have to understand that, it's not only about cleansing the person that has the attachment, that has the higher spirits. It's not only about the person that's going through the health problems. It is also about making sure that you have what you need as a spiritual healer in order to cleanse and shield yourself from any kind of attacks. So this is where we are, when we're dealing with people who have, multiple demons. When you're dealing with people with higher spirits, when you're dealing with generational curses, where there are multiple attachments to the individual through the bloodline. So these are sometimes things that men do not like to talk about. 444, as I'm saying that. So we understand that when we are cleansing these types of negative energy, where, they haven't been the best of persons, where, the They haven't did the investigative work in the lineage for men and women, then these types of entities will often attack because they do not want to leave their host. They have, gathered, or they are gathering other entities into that body, into that dwelling, into that place, because it has never been cleansed, and they have, found a home to reside in. And when they know that I'm going to cast them out, when I'm talking to the person about casting these types of entities out, doing an external cleanse, to remove the negative entities, then those entities can hear what you're saying. They can hear what we're talking about. And so they will try to attack, with pain, with any kind of, I think I had carpal tunnel one time. I was cleansing a lady, and the entity wanted me to stop cleansing her. It wanted me to stop praying for her, and it attacked my hand. And so, and I already know that I don't have carpal tunnel. So, this is how we have to remove those types of entities from the spiritual healer as well. We have to cleanse ourselves, and we have to have cleansing products as well when we take your case. So, I wanted to address this type of question that I have been getting, again, why does it cost so much? And why, do I have to pay so much? Because, I cannot cleanse you. I do not know what kind of entities have been attacking you in your life. And I have to order, cleansing products, not only for you, but also for me, for the situation, so that I can shield myself and protect my energy. Okay, so this is what you have to understand. So there are some people that will say, well, God is supposed to protect you because you're the healer, but God didn't save us for a fool either, because people have multiple entities, legions of entities. And it could be entities that's siphoning the energy from their health. It could be entities that's siphoning the energy from their organs, from their finances, from their relationship, from, their lineage, their seed. They could be born with these attachments. So in order to, adjust myself, then I have to cleanse this type of negative energy when I feel it, especially when I feel an oppressive spirit before a person reaches out to me. Okay, so, these are some of the things that we are talking about. You will have a knowing who needs the help, even before they open their mouth, even before they say anything. You will have a knowing, what you need to do for the person, and this is how I decide whose cases I take. There are some people, like I say, I like to let them make it. I like to let them waste their time, because, this is something that requires, back to back to back. You're going to have to continue to cleanse until each and every spirit that has been dispatched to you, has been hired to your situation, is no longer oppressing you. So, I understand that when I meet a person, when a person reaches out to me, depending on, what I'm feeling, what I'm getting from the person, then I know that that person's situation has reached an unnatural, situation. It has reached an unnatural level when a person reaches out to me, 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to, respond to them in a text, or respond to them, later on that morning. This is how I know that this is the person that I'm going to take their case, because the entity does not want them to sleep, and it is turning them into, letting me know that it is a siphoning spirit, because it is allowing them to sleep in the day and to, stay awake at night, as a calling card, a signature type of entity that I have seen before, that I have dealt with before. Each one of these types of entities will have a behavior. They will have, different kinds of means to siphon the person, to siphon their health, to siphon their relationship, to make sure that they place blockages, or multiple entities can cause cross conditions in a person's life. And, this has to be removed one by one by one. And a person has to be, ready, physically, mentally, financially, in order to remove these types of legions of entities from their life. But when they have these types of entities, these filthy types of demonic attachments to their body, to their mind, from immorality, from doing things in their dream that they didn't know that they were entering into an agreement with an entity, then I'm definitely going to take that person's case. And I hope that you receive this message. So please, you can book your one-on-one consultations with me so that I can acclimate a gift to your situation if you are under these types of attacks in your relationships, in your family, or in your dreams. Please donate to me. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.